Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A dog named Moose is shot 4 times and killed by a police officer. Tonight we're hearing from the department and from Moose's heartbroken owner.
Ford has a new partnership aimed at helping them and their competitors overcome the ongoing shortage of microchips.
And what could have led up to this? A fast food employee caught on video throwing hot coffee in a customer's face. That shocking scene unfolding at the Tim Hortons in Southgate late last month.
It appears to be a case of name calling that escalated into violence. Police body cam video shows the aftermath. The customer in her car covered in coffee as she gives her account to officers. Defender Sean Lay live with the video that's already forced a response from Tim Hortons. Sean?
And good evening, Devin. With a please and a thank you. This is how we like to get our coffee at a drive-thru. Thank you very much. But this was a dispute over Timbits that led to a Tim Hortons employee to throw an entire cup of hot coffee into her customer's face. Let's walk you through this drive-thru drama.
Are you okay?
I am now, but when she threw it on me, it was hot,
The Local 4 defenders obtaining Southgate police body cam footage showing an officer investigating an incident at a Tim Hortons location on North Line Road, October 30th.
It was hot coffee?
Yeah.
It's hot enough to where,
right
scalding burn, but it burns.
Dusty Jackson from Lincoln Park is covered in coffee. This video shows a 16-year-old employee throwing the coffee right into Jackson's face at the drive-thru. Why? Because at the window, Jackson asked to add Timbits to her order. The employee said no and slammed the window shut. Jackson says she turned to her boyfriend and called the employee the B word.
And she opens it up and threw the coffee in at me. And they told her, they were like, don't do it, don't do it. She did it.
Police opened up an assault investigation.
What all happened here?
Jackson says she suffered some minor burns and she is now suing Tim Hortons. Abdullah Mogni is her attorney.
Not only did she have to deal with the pain of the scorching burns, but she also had to deal with the emotional embarrassment of having a safe spot, a Tim Hortons employee throw a coffee in her face.
Jackson tells police she did have words with the young employee. What responsibility does the customer bear?
Dusty asked for donuts that were pre-made. She went to the drive-thru and asked if she could be served these donuts before she had paid, before she had received her coffee. The response she was met with was scorching hot coffee tossed in her face.
That was uncalled for. I don't blame you at all.
That was
uncalled for.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
All right, the Local 4 defenders asking Tim Hortons corporate what they think of all this. They're not going to talk about the lawsuit, but they do tell us Tim Hortons franchisees, they're expected to meet our brand's strict guidelines and high expectations for guest experience, and that we are looking into the matter with the franchisee that operates the restaurant. That employee, we're told, is only 16 years old. She called her mom right after throwing the coffee and she left. However, Ms. Jackson would like to press charges as police continue to investigate. I'm Defender Sean Lay, Local 4. Back to you.
Okay, Sean.
The owner of this dog, named Moose, is grieving their beloved pet after Moose was shot and killed by an Inkster police officer. Happened after Moose's owner called 911 to report an incident he witnessed. Victor Williams is in Inkster tonight to explain what went wrong as Moose's owner spoke to that responding officer.
Well, this dog owner is absolutely devastated. We're told by Inkster police that the battery in the officer's body camera stopped working just before all of this took place. But right at the same time, we're told that there was a man filming with the drone camera that caught everything. We want to warn you that some of this may be extremely hard to watch.
They took my best friend from me. 4 times they shot him.
Brad Brock says his 4-year-old Mastiff Moose was killed by an Inkster police officer just for saying hi.
Everything just happened so fast.
Drone footage from someone nearby candidly captures the result of Brad calling 911 himself for a fight at a nearby gas station on Michigan Avenue. Moose, who wasn't on a leash at the time, starts approaching his owner, and that's when things took a turn for the worse.
He walks past another civilian and just loves it. It was just all hyper and happy. And then he walked next to me and they shot him.
Inkster police insist the officer feared for his life as Moose is running towards him, but Brock says the dog is only trying to greet the officer Instead, he was shot 4 times.
Even after he was shot, he was still wagging his tail. He was still wagging his tail. He's just such a loving dog.
As Moose lay there dying, all Brock could do was drive him to a local vet, where he later passed away.
He's bleeding out in my arms.
And now Brock has lost what he calls his saving grace. Moose helped him cope through a motorcycle accident where he lost his leg.
He's been with me every step of the way of my accident. And now I don't have that. They took that from me.
Sadly, Brock has to put all the pieces back together again, now being responsible for thousands of dollars in vet bills.
I've got bills I've got to pay. I lost out on work. I lost my best friend. I lost something that helps me get through life.
And back here live, Brad says that he does forgive the officer who did this to Moose, but he is going to be talking to his lawyer. In the meantime, the Inkster Police Department did send us this statement, which in part reads, quote, "The members of the Inkster Police Department are without question saddened by the loss of anyone's pet, and we send our sympathy to the owner. However, it is incumbent of pet owners to be responsible with their animals. In this instance, you had a pet owner who had a dog near a main thoroughfare with high numbers of both vehicular and pedestrian traffic without a leash and without sufficient control of the animal. Again, this investigation is ongoing." Victor Williams, Local 4.
I'm sorry, just heartbreaking. All right, Victor, thanks.
Nearly 24 residents are displaced tonight after a fire rips through their senior apartment complex. Massive fire began around noon at the Rolling Brook Senior Living Facility in Algonac. Investigators say the fire started in a trash can outside the building. Several departments worked through heavy winds to contain the fire. All 23 residents did get out safely, but the building is a total loss. Everyone who lived inside have been relocated to the Lions Club nearby for shelter while they try to work things out.
All right, well, tonight we're kind of clinging to the word lake effect as Andrew is talking about snow.
But little to no accumulation from this one, right, Andrew?
Just slippery road conditions, it looked like, Kimberly and Devin, and you're right, no heavy accumulation. But in some of these spots, especially here in dark blue, where the snow is coming down a little bit more heavily, that's where it can be tough to see. You can see that here along 96, right around the Brighton area up toward Howell. So be careful in these spots where visibility is a bit lower. Same thing in Ann Arbor and on the campus of my alma mater, University of Michigan. We'll continue to see these lake effect snow showers for the next couple of hours. A lot more off to our west. But these winds weaken, they shift direction a bit. So less snowy by the time you join us tonight at 11. But it continues to be cold. It's 34, but it feels like 22. Wind chills easily in the teens as we get closer to midnight tonight. It's at the freezing mark for our friends in Howell, 33 in Pontiac. So how chilly will it be tomorrow? We'll talk about that, your weekend forecast, and the outlook for December and winter for later this year into next year coming up.
We'll talk to you soon, Andrew. Thank you. The Michigan Unemployment Insurance Agency is getting poor marks tonight from the Auditor General's office. A lengthy investigation into how the UIA performed during the pandemic came at an especially high cost to taxpayers. Local 4's Rod Maloney is live with the findings. And Rod, many of the issues have been well documented, but there's more.
Well, there's a whole lot more here, Kimberly. You need to look. Anybody who ended up on unemployment has the horror story. You can talk to anybody, and they'll tell you how bad things were at the height of it. But this report right here says it was a whole lot worse than we even knew, to the tune of billions of dollars in cost to us taxpayers. The 300-page report calls the UIA not effective, mostly in the way management handled who to send payments. It had two options, paying ASAP and establishing eligibility in parallel, meaning later, or establishing eligibility and delaying payments until eligibility is verified. The report says Steve Gray, the UIA director at the time, unilaterally decided to go with the first. And with that, the audit found it appears UIA improperly paid $3.9 billion to claimants now classified as ineligible. The conclusion? A variety of actions and inactions by UIA senior leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic contributed to a poor control environment, often referred to as tone at the top.
Today, new agency chief Julia Dale had this statement, quote, prior to any independent audit findings, UIA initiated and implemented changes to the agency and will continue to identify ways that it can meet the OAG's recommendations. More than $39 billion has been paid out to nearly 3.5 million Michigan residents. Every member of the UIA team should be proud of the work that was done on behalf of our fellow Michiganders, end quote. Well, House Oversight Committee Chair, Republican Representative Steve Johnson, strongly disagrees.
Those who were supposed to get the money didn't, and those who weren't supposed to did. I don't know how you can fail in that regard. To me, it should go one way or the other, where everyone's getting it or no one's getting it. This administration somehow found a way to lose on both sides.
And so the report also says that the UIA wasn't following federal law, and even when they were told that they needed to go back and comply with federal law, it took them a long time to do so. Now, the governor is in charge of the UIA. She's at the top of the totem pole, as it were. And we called or checked in with her office, haven't heard back from them. But the report does say that she was briefed on this. They told her about what they were going to do, but there's no evidence in here that talks about whether the governor signed off on it or knew anything about it or was deeply involved in that. So that's something that we'll have to wait and see if there's any new news on in the future. Reporting live, Rod Malone, Local 4.
Okay, Rod, thanks.
The semiconductor chip shortage has led to delays on everything from gaming consoles to pickup trucks, and Ford Motor Company is taking new action to try to address that problem. Ford is teaming up with New York-based Global Foundries, which is the world's 4th largest manufacturer of semiconductors. Their stated goal is to boost chip supplies for Ford as well as the other U.S. automakers. They're calling it a strategic collaboration, which does not involve any cross-ownership between the two companies.
All right, still ahead, President Biden's response to the expected rise in home heating costs this winter.
Also, let's check in with Dr. Frank McGeorge. Doc?
New research finds deer can be infected with COVID-19. Some hunters are wondering, does that mean there's a risk to them? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, I'll answer that question, plus the concern I'm hearing most often when it comes to hosting Thanksgiving dinner.